Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is. Start talking the real. Yes, you're going to have people turn their backs, but it's time for us to keep it real. Just keep talking that real, bro. Do what you do. I know what you do, so keep doing that. Talk the real. Talk the things there.
The GP will see you now.
Look, I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. Hey, I seen it all before. I heard chat that they all adore. 1 week looking like they all aboard. Next day, they don't even walk the walk. I've been here since I bust down Aqua, cutting through Astor, all black master. Now I'm too grown for acting gaffer, trying to pay off my Madre's gaff cuz. Took the wife and there's a rotty that's peak. Add the spice to calamari, that's me. My advice off the order I seen. Christ alone, he don't promise you. Don't say that. You know that man don't pay that. Trying to stunt on your rentals. I too wanna cry, gotta make back. I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. What nonsense? I don't wanna hear about guns, I know you ain't here like the post was sponsored. You ain't never been down junction, you ain't never hit no truncheons, you ain't never hit no blocks in your mouth rub, you ain't never peeled no onions. You don't really look so G to me. Fly wife out for the scenery, go Blue Jays for the eatery, then I come back where I need to be. A black man who ain't move so easily. One grievance, is the money or God that you're preaching? You ain't talking that poor Lord Cephas, you don't know peace if you don't know Jesus. I live in a place where we all got mashes, no permit, and we all could back it. Even a hermit under his jacket, still that peace couldn't conjure a challenge, no. My man looking like a savage soul, still we don't know what he has to know. Ain't we men to be saving souls, not them houses and faking loans. Go tell mom that I'm writing again. I don't wanna hear you were right in the end. Wrote this here for my guys in the ends. Those still stuck in that social housing know that they won't stifle the pen. You ain't gotta fall for them imposters, then nonsense will come to an end. I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant.
Hello guys, hello. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're good in your Gucci bitches. Oh my goodness, sorry, I just had a skittle. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me in today's live stream. We have got a lot to discuss. I might just be a little bit litty-mitty, so I'm going to be flying without wings in this live stream. Hopefully you guys will help me out. But with that being said, let's get straight into the opener.
Yo, this is about to really hurt some people's feelings, so if you a little sensitive, you might as well turn this joint off right now, okay?
Oh, hi. Hi guys, it's your girl Penny Page back at it again with yet another video or a live stream for you hoes. I hope you guys are doing good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so today we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot of people to go through. We have a lot of people to chat our shit, speak our tea on. And one of those people, we're just going to go straight into the into who we're talking about today. We're going to be going into the Nohan situation. As you guys know, I think it was about a day ago, maybe even 2 days, I made a video about Nohan, and the receipts is that he released on Jessy, what's her name? Jessie Nelson, who is a member of Little Mix, and that whole situation that went down, as well as Nicki Minaj. There was a whole situation that happened between them. I'm going to be recapping it all, don't you worry. So we had the Nohan thing, we had Jessie Nelson and Nicki Minaj. They did a live stream. We'll be going into what was said in that live stream, because Nicki Minaj really did stand up for Jessy, which is something that we love to see. Also, besides that, we have Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty has had a STD scare, and I'm going to be discussing that only very briefly. There's not really much to discuss, but people are speculating that she has herpes on the mouth, so we're going to be discussing what that mark is just above her lip, as well as we also have Nikita Dragon. Nikita Dragon did return to the internet. We were all wondering if anything would happen, if she would address anything, and honestly she didn't really address much, but I'll be discussing that as well in today's live stream. So with that being said, let's get straight into the first story. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are having a good day. We have a lot of people in this story, as you can tell. In fact, let me move my ass over here. We have a lot of people to discuss in this story. In this story, we have got Jesy Nelson, Nohan, Leigh-anne Pinnock, as well as Nicki Minaj. Now, I know a lot of you guys wanted me to touch on more drama. Turn the mic up a little bit. Hold up. Are we having an issue with the mic? Is this better for you guys? Can you hear me better now? Give me a 1 in the chat if the sound sounds better now that I've turned it up. Let me know. I need to turn myself down now because I can hear myself really loud. Is that better for you guys? A 1 in the chat if the sound sounds better to you? Because I don't want to continue if you guys can't hear me properly. One, we're sounding good. Good. I don't want to have any audio problems because we were already having technical difficulties, which is why it took me so long to come on live. And plus, I was on Twitch with you guys a little bit earlier doing a get ready with me. And in that Twitch live, I was just Liddy McTitty singing my ass off for no goddamn reason. Just making an absolute goddamn fool of myself. Okay, so with that being said, too loud now. Am I too loud? God damn it. Hold up. Is that better? Is that better now? Tell me a 1 in the chat if that's better or a 2 in the chat if it isn't. Let me know. Because I just had a text message come in from my husband. He's like, can you turn the mic up a little bit? So I was assuming there was an issue. Is that better? Good now. Yes. Okay. So hold up. Sorry, you know, gotta get a drink right. One of my favorite drinks is I like to have a little bit of rum, a little bit of Coke, and a few squirts of lemon or lime juice. It's such a gorgeous drink. I found out about this drink when I went over to Jamaica, and I met some people from Ecuador over there, and they called it a La Cobra. I don't know what that means, but it sounds so fucking sexy, right? Can I have a La Cobra? Oh my god, gorgeous. So that's what they called it, and ever since I've been to Jamaica, this was back in 2009. Possibly 2011. It was so gorgeous, and I was like, this is like now my favorite drink to drink. So cheers to you guys. We're getting into some shit today. Okay, so there's a lot of people to discuss today. We're going to be talking about Jesy Nelson, as well as Nohan, as well as Nicki Minaj, and as well as Leigh-anne Pinnock. There is a lot to discuss with this situation. As you guys know, a couple of days ago, I did post a video to do with the whole Jesy Nelson and Nohan situation. If you don't know who these people are, I'm just going to give you a very, very brief recap so that you guys can understand the whole entire situation, because I feel like a lot of people have either misunderstood me and misconstrued me, and I do want to kind of put a little bit of the record straight, as well as making sure that we get all of our information correct, which is one thing that I definitely want to do here on this channel. I want to make sure that if I can correct or, you know, change things, or at least let you guys know about things that Jesus Christ, that I may have got wrong, I want to be able to let you guys know of those things so that you guys can understand me fully. So with that being said, we have a whole situation that's been going on between Nohan and Leigh-anne Pinnock. Now, so basically, Nohan is a TikTok user. He has over 400,000 people over on TikTok, and he has a further 300,000 plus people on his Instagram. He basically did an Instagram the other day. I showed you guys in my previous video where he literally just like showed up a message that he had received from Leigh-anne Pinnock. Leigh-anne Pinnock is a member of the girl group who is called Little Mix, and recently on the back end of 2020 in December, Little Mix member Jessy decided to leave. Jessy is the one who is at the front of this picture on this side over here. She's this girl. That's Jessy. That's Leigh-anne Pinnock, right? So basically, he had made a video dancing to Jessy's brand new song, which is Boys, featuring this girl over here, Nicki Minaj. Now, this song has gone super duper viral. Everybody loves the song. Everybody loves the music. It's doing really well for them. However, what has happened is Nohan received the message from Leigh-anne Pinnock basically saying, why are you dancing to the song? You should really be making content about how Jesy, Jesy, this person here, is doing blackfishing. Now, this caused a massive controversy on social media. A lot of people were turning around and saying that the screenshots were faked, and I even got called out in my own comment section for believing these screenshots to be true, because apparently these screenshots were 100% fake and I should be ashamed of myself. So let's go through the first screenshot it is that we see over here. Hold up, let's bring this up. Okay, so in this screenshot, there's a bunch of people talking. Can you see that properly? Do you know what? Let me just do a watch now screen so that you guys can see it properly. Here we go. So in this screenshot over here, somebody called Jay says, interesting how Leigh-anne's blue tick disappears when he opens the DMs. Yet if you go to her Instagram message, her blue tick is still very much there. All of this seems off. And then somebody else called Sherry Berry says, yeah, this smells way off. Very good of you there. Well done. And then people were like, yep, that guy just wanted more internet fame. And this was the perfect situation to latch onto. I just hate that it'll cause more drama in an already sad situation. Then somebody called It's the Truth said, exactly, I don't know how anyone is believing this. So the general consensus is online that this seems to be a situation in which Leigh-anne's message to this person was faked, and that this person, Nohun, this TikTok user who made all of this public, is lying about the entire situation. So this is Nohan. Hold on, let me bring it over. So then this person, who is clearly a subscriber of mine, I double checked, they've commented on a bunch of different videos of mine, and Sherry Berry said that a bit more investigation should have been done about this page. The blue tick not being there is a dead giveaway. This is just shit stirring when it doesn't need to be stirred at all. And if you're going to do what you call celebrity drama, at least tie up the loose ends, do better. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, guys, that, oh yeah, I totally saw that. That was something that definitely stuck out to me. That was not something that stuck out to me at all, if I'm perfectly honest. However, I did have a look and I did do further research to double check the information it is that I have. So I hopped into a live stream today that Nohan was hosting. This is what Nohan had to say when I asked him what phone it was that he had.
On anything, do you know what I mean? Like, I've always stood by my word, and like, I've always admitted if I was in the wrong about something. Like, they're hard things to do, like take accountability, but not many people can say that they have that skill. So
okay, at this point, I've already sent him a message basically asking him to clarify what phone it is that he has. And this is what he had to say.
Can you clarify what iPhone you have? An iPhone 12.
So that was his response to my message, an iPhone 12, right? So then I decided to do a further research on iPhone 12s. He did go further on in the stream, but it's like 18 minutes later in the stream to clarify that he had a normal iPhone 12. It wasn't a Pro, it wasn't a Max or anything like that. It was just like a normal iPhone 12. So then I had a look at the iPhone 12 sizes and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I clarify. He said he had an iPhone Pro, right? So then I had a look to see the sizes of all of these things. So the iPhone 12 Max, which is what I have at the moment, is 6.7 inches, and it is the most popular iPhone available. The next one is the iPhone Pro, which is 6.1 inch. The next one is the iPhone 12, which is 6.1 inch, and the smallest one, which is the iPhone 12 mini, which is a 5.4 inch screen. Now, this makes a difference because one thing that people kept saying is that in the receipt that I showed in my original video, when he's running through the text messages of what happened and what Leigh-anne had said to him, the tick mark suddenly disappeared. And instead of showing Leigh-anne Pinnock's full name with the tick mark, it just says Leigh-anne Pin ... So I went and reached out to one of my friends, Dustin Daly. He has an iPhone Pro, which is the 6.1 inch screen. I asked him to directly message Leigh-anne to make sure that, because I don't have that device. None of us in this house, we've got 3 phones in this house. Nobody in my household has anything that is just like an iPhone, like not a Max product. So we weren't able to get the screenshots. But I asked him if he could screenshot himself messaging Leigh-anne Pinnock to show what it would look like on his smaller screened device, which I think is what half the issue is that a lot of people seem to think that he has like an iPhone Pro Max or something like most of the people, but he doesn't. So this is a screenshot that Dustin sent me. So as you can see in this screenshot, you can see Leigh-anne Pinnock. Obviously, that's the beginning of the conversation. If he was to leave more messages, that whole section here would just completely disappear. But it says Leigh-anne Pin ... because it's a smaller screen. So because of that, the check mark is not visible at the top of the screen. Let me reiterate that. Because it has a smaller screen at the top of the screen, it shows ... because it is a long name for Instagram. So it doesn't show the blue check mark at the top. So there is no reason now for people to turn around and deny that this screenshot was real, deny that the screen recording it is that he posted was real. It is 100% real. I asked him his device. I asked him twice. I made sure I clarified what device it was, if it was the Pro, if it was the Max, what. And he already said in that video that he has an iPhone 12, and I went to further clarify later on in the video. It was like 18 minutes later, and 18 minutes later he turns around and says to me that he has the iPhone 12 Pro, so that is just the normal 6.1 inch screen. So for me, that is enough for me to say that those screenshots, those videos that he posted online are 100% real and would be extremely hard to fake. I saw people in my comment section also turning around and saying that it must be a deep fake. He's deep faking the situation. Like, he's a TikToker from Birmingham, sis. Do you genuinely think this dude is deep faking the whole entire situation? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, besides all of that, after this whole entire situation, Nohan then went on to do an Instagram video where he basically has a response to the audience because he has been getting attacked left, right, and center by little mixers and people who just simply don't like him speaking on a topic, especially when it's pertaining to black women. So this is what he had to say.
I have supported Little Mix since day one, since I was 17 years old. And for the last 10 years, I've supported all of the girls collectively and as individuals in all of their solo endeavours. Now, I understand that there has been a lot of controversy and conversation regarding the new Jessie Nelson video, you know, allegations of blackfishing, etc. That is another conversation that needs to be had, right? But myself personally, I don't take any offence from it, but that's me, and I can't speak on behalf of every single black person, right? What I will say is that I don't think that it's very appropriate for a member of Little Mix to message me after I posted a video dancing to the new Jessie Nelson song, saying that, you know, I should make a video about her being a blackfish instead. So you want me to create content that you know is going to incite hatred and bullying to a person who has been so open and honest and vocal about how online trolling has affected their mental health and caused them to feel suicidal, right? If people have an issue with saying that, you know, Jessie Nelson is a blackfish, etc., okay, that's fine, but you can call out that behaviour if you think it needs to be called out without being abusive. And some of the things that I have read online in the last 24 hours are fucking disgusting. If it was me, I would have hung myself, mate, because I don't know how people fucking put up with that shit, yeah? The way that I look at it is, if you're that concerned, rather than being shady about it and trying to get other people to do your dirty work, why don't you speak out on about it yourself? Like, you know, come on, you've made a documentary. Why don't you speak out? What's this compared to a documentary speaking? Why don't you speak out about it? It doesn't make any sense to me. You won't speak out about it because that will affect your opportunities, your brand deals, your movies, your music, your career. But you don't mind me taking the fall and potentially affecting my opportunities. And what are they going to say? Because I spoke out about it? I spoke out about it because she put me in an awkward position. She caused me fucking distress. I was up till 7 o'clock this morning crying because I've been a Little Mix fan my whole life. And you've just ruined my experience for me now. And it feels like it's all been a lie. And what are they going to say? that I helped a white woman dismantle a black woman. You know how much they love to control narratives, but that's the difference between me and you. I'm not a fucking celebrity and I'm not a fraud, and I don't hide behind fake images and falsehoods, right? I tell the truth, I always have, and here's what I'm going to say. People think that they know the whole story. Let me reassure you, you do not know anything, and everything that you think you know does not even scratch the surface, but that is not my story to tell. But don't drag me into it, that's all I'm going to say.
So yeah, basically, hold up. So basically, that was what he had to say on the whole entire situation. As you can see here, this is him showing the video again, because people were telling him that he was lying about the entire situation, that the screenshots were fake, that things weren't aligning. And as you can see, it shows Leigh-anne Pinnock just underneath there where she says, "It's up to you, babe," blah, 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 as you can see. And then when he clicks into it, it shows her name as Leigh-anne Pin ... So it all aligns with what he was saying. He just has a smaller device than most people. It literally is just that simple. And I just don't understand why people will go out of their way to discredit a piece of information purely because it's about somebody that they're a fan of or they're a stan of. Sometimes we need to admit that we are all fucking humans out here. Every single one of us has flaws. We're not perfect. I'm a flawed individual. Everybody is a flawed individual. I personally believe, because a lot of people were also calling me out in the comment section as well, saying, I think it's unfair for you to say that a black woman is being jealous, da 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 da. And I'm sitting there like, girl, the way that I see it is that as far as I'm concerned, for the past 9 years that Jessy has been involved in Little Mix, there has been absolutely no question about the fact that she has got progressively darker. And Leigh-anne, only just now, after the release of her docu-series Talking, which, by the way, came after Jessy's docu-series, after the success of Jessy's docu-series, only just now decides to come forward and tell her audience, oh, yeah, I tried to reach out to her before and tell her about the blackfishing and all that kind of stuff. I told her on the last music video it is that we did. And that's when she decided to leave. Nah, sis. You had 9 whole years to tell this girl that you believed that she was blackfishing. And then the moment that she goes on to do something else outside the parameters of Little Mix, then all of a sudden you decide to reach out to a TikToker with a large amount of influence and instruct him to make a video about her blackfishing. If you truly felt that way in the beginning, you should have been a lot more vocal at the very beginning. You should have been vocal when you saw it happening, not when somebody else is going on to make more and more successful endeavors. You should have been upfront about that from the beginning. So I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it. And people could say they don't believe it's jealousy. That's just my opinion, because all I think to myself is, why now? After 9.5 years, why now? Because she's entitled to feel the way that she wants to feel. Personally, I was surprised that she was a whole white woman in the first place anyway. I didn't realize that she was that dark. Like, I thought she was mixed too, like the other 2 girls. Had no idea that she was tanning to that extent. No idea. So I can understand her feeling that way 100%. But why now? That's my question. Why now? I also had somebody else coming over and saying stuff in the comment section as well. Something along the lines of, oh, well, Paige, you do know that she's been such an advocate for black women when it suited her. At the end, after the success of Jessy's BBC 3 documentary, when people really started seeing how horrible the internet had been to her, all of a sudden there's now a documentary about how she was penalised as the token black of the group. When we have to recognise that there is a level of privilege that she has being a mixed race black woman. There is an excessive amount of privilege that she had. just by that alone. Because if we quantify what it is that she did, qualify what it is that she had going for herself and the way that she was treated in the music industry versus, say, somebody like Normani from Fifth Harmony, is from two fucking different worlds, and let's just be honest. So no, I'm not here for the fuckery. If we're gonna play fair, play fair. I'm a black woman too, so I get the whole black fishing hole situation. I get it 100%, but let's play fair. And what this was playing dirty, reaching out to an influencer to ask them to make content on somebody who used to be a part of your band is dirty, regardless. And we have to accept that right is right and wrong is wrong, and stop making excuses for people just simply because of the way that they look. Period. Right? So, with that being fucking said, what happened was earlier today, Nicki Minaj as well as Jessy jumped into a live stream with each other where Nicki Minaj stuck up for Jessy. And basically, in the nicest way that I think that Nicki Minaj could do it, absolutely dragged Leigh-anne Pinnock. And I was kind of here for it, but at the same time, she said a lot of shit that just didn't make sense to me. Like, you know, oh, I wear blonde hair, and I'm like, you're qualifying like racial appropriation with racial assimilation. Those are two different things. But besides that, I could honestly agree with her. And I think it was actually quite nice and endearing to see that Nicki Minaj was willing to use her platform to basically speak on this situation and let her audience know that this is some fuckeries that's going on with Jessy. Obviously, Nicki Minaj has already made her back from this song, so as far as she's concerned, she doesn't have to do anything else. But I think she's also another person who may see right is right and wrong is wrong, but at the same time, I mean, look at who her partner is, so... Girl, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not a Bob. Body gang all the way. So with that being said, let's take a look at what she said to Jesy Nelson.
The one thing to me that is the corniest thing a human being can do, one of the corniest things in life, people have done this to me for a really fucking long time in my life. As soon as people can't get a bag with you, they tend to want to stop your bag, okay? Now, in my opinion, if I was rocking with you for 10 years and there was something so horrible about you and I kept on doing business with you and getting money with you and shit like that for 10 years, and then as soon as we part ways, I'm like texting people, telling people to bring shit up negative about you, immediately that person has to wear a big red clown nose and a pair of big red fucking clown boots because you're a fucking clown. When people part ways, go about your fucking business. Because when you part ways and you do something messy to someone that you were just, you know, having, you know, whatever, whether you brought it up behind closed doors or what, when you try to bring somebody down because you see them continuing to try to pursue their passion to make money to feed their family, you are a fucking clown. And let me tell you something. It's a lot of women out here in the United States that tan, get bigger lips, get all types of shit done to themselves. I wear blonde hair, straight blonde hair down to my feet if I want to, when I want to. Contact, whatever. Like, I do whatever the fuck I want. Everyone is, as long as you're not hurting anybody or speaking negatively about anyone's race or culture, you should be able to enjoy your body.
Emily Hollis, I think you are 100% right. There is a lot that Nicki needs to atone for. I don't want to sit there and like say, oh yeah, we should all listen to Nicki now because she's telling, you know, she's speaking some truth one time. Even a broken clock gets it right 2 times a day. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, with this, and especially this segment where she's talking about racial appropriation and racial assimilation, I think that she doesn't understand that there's a difference between the two. I think that she doesn't understand that black women, primarily women growing up up in Western areas such as the UK as well as America. We have to assimilate in order to, be a part of the culture, because a lot of the things it is that we do that's seen as ethnic is seen as unkempt or wrong or, prejudged until it's popularized by somebody who is of paler complexion. So I understand the differences, and I think that she probably doesn't understand the differences and the nuances between that. But at the same time, I have to agree that, like, if you've been working with somebody for a very long time, you had more than enough time to speak your piece on this, and you're choosing to now enlist other people. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me.
Body, your makeup, your whatever, how the fuck you want it to. If you've ever done business with someone and then you hold a text message and say, oh, when they try to do something else and when they try to move on with their life one day, I'm gonna put this text message out and I'm gonna end them. You've already ended your fucking self. You will not go any fucking where. You won't go anywhere because your heart ain't right. If somebody is whatever you say they are, let people figure that out. Let people talk. Fans are going to talk. Fans are going to critique. People are going to diss people. That's what it is. A lot of the females out right now, it's like they keep on asking for a hate train. It's like they want to say that. A hate train is not when someone doesn't like your song or when someone disses you for a day or two. A hate train is an effort by powerful people behind the scenes and on the scenes, in front of the world, to try to end your career, end your life, end the way that you feed your family. That's what a hate train is, right? Why I started using the term. If someone says they don't like music or they don't like your outfit or they don't like that's not a hate train. That's just people saying they don't like your song or your outfit.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if she talks much more about it, but basically she was sticking up for Jessy. And in the end, Jessy basically goes at the end of the interview that she did with Nicki Minaj via Instagram Live that literally took place about an hour ago. She basically said, like, thank you for sticking up for me. And I just want to also make it known. She does say this. I'm just going to literally just like paraphrase what it is that she said, that she actually didn't tan for the music video or anything like that. She is privileged to be a person who tans very dark whenever she goes anywhere, and she'd been to Antigua for a few weeks, and shortly before the actual music video she didn't tan at all. Now, if you know anything about Jessy, she has naturally curly hair. This is her hair's natural texture, and besides that, she also has an olive skin tone is what I would say. From when I remember her from back in the X Factor days, she definitely always had quite an olive skin tone. So it's not unusual for me to believe that when she goes abroad, she may tan more. Regardless of whether you think that she's blackfishing or not, that is completely on an individual basis. But I just kind of feel like it was a really sneaky and shitty move for Leigh-anne to make, to go over to a fan or reach out to somebody who's an influencer and a fan with a large amount of influence and then ask them to do things for her on her behalf. I feel like that was shitty, and I'm really glad that Nicki Minaj actually did call her out on all of that bullshit as well. So the question is that I want to ask to you guys to begin with is poll question number 1. Do you believe that the receipts are real? Do you believe that the receipts that Nohun posted of Leigh-anne Pinnock asking him and requesting him to post things about Jessy being a blackfish are real? Yes or no? That's the first poll question that'll be coming up shortly. Let's have a look at the comments. She has a lot of words for this, and the song don't even slap. Do you know what? I actually think the song's a bop, personally. I genuinely think that the song's a bop. I like the song. I mean, the music video is pretty good. I think it's a good song. Do I think it's a super duper hit record? Probably not, but I think it's a good song. Jessica Pizzle says, I think Nicki pointed out the blonde hair and contacts because you don't need different colour or hair to assimilate. Straightening hair is different. But, I mean, it's clear to all of us that Nicki Minaj has wigs. Like, she wears wigs, she has wigs. Most of the time, she's in a wig. We very rarely see Nicki Minaj in her own natural hair. And her own natural hair is actually beautiful and long and gorgeous. Do you get what I mean? So, I don't know whether we can say that that's the same thing because it's assimilating. Do you get what I mean? It's not appropriating, it's assimilating. It's like when I get praise for when I have my dreadlocks in, because obviously I'm Jamaican as well, and I come from a long line in history of Rastafarians. A lot of people are like, oh my god, that's so beautiful, blah blah blah, but it's not viewed the same that when you see like a white person or a person who's pale in complexion with straighter hair texture having dreadlocks. It's not viewed the same, and some people will uplift the white person who is wearing the dreadlocks versus the black person who can actually maintain the dreadlocks in a more healthy way without wax and all of the other things you need to manipulate the hair. So whilst I understand, I feel like there is definitely a distinct difference between the two. Yes, I do believe that the DMs are real. Some people are saying fake. Some people are saying no, it's fake. So much proof. I just don't understand how you guys can think it's fake at this point. I genuinely don't. You gotta remember, this is just some geezer from fucking Birmingham as well. We're expecting him to be able to do deep fakes and all that kind of stuff at this point.
Nohun just posted more proof on his Insta story.
Nohun just posted more proof.
He goes through onto the camera and Instagram and everything to prove that it is his account, and then it goes through into the DMs from there.
Apparently he's been posting more proof, so I guess we all have to go over to Nohun's Instagram. I won't be able to pull it up here on the computer, but I guess we all have to go over to Nohun's Instagram. Huh?
You can get started on that.
No, because I can't log into my account. I've had trouble logging into my account on this computer. Huh?
Show on your phone.
No, it's alright. So basically we all have to go over to Nohan, but apparently he's showing more proof over there to prove that it's all real. So things happening in real time. I love that shit for me. I hopped in. What are the receipts? The receipts are basically, I was just able to prove that on an iPhone 12 that isn't a Max, it does not show the verified sign for the person who is involved. So people who were saying that it was fake because it wasn't showing the verified sign are basically talking out of their ass, especially the people who were coming to me going, you need to do a little bit more research. Well, bitch, you do your fucking research. You do your research, because I did mine. You do yours. I personally believe that this song is a bop. I personally believe that this is jealousy on the part of the Little Mix member, Leigh-anne Pinnock, who for some reason has an issue now all of a sudden, after working with this girl for over 9 years, with her now being a blackfish, whereas there was no issue previously. That kind of stuff, honestly, just shows me that you are a fraud, because you were never speaking that shit when you were mutually benefiting from this person being in existence in their band. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the situation, but that's just how I personally feel. Other people may not feel the same, but at the moment we have 74% of you guys who are saying yes and the rest of you guys saying no. So I feel like the majority is ruling over here, that essentially most people are believing that the receipts are real, and so far we have just over 100 votes. So yeah, that's kind of pretty much the entire situation pertaining to all of these individuals. I don't think there's really much else to say. Do I have any extra receipts? Let me have a quick look. Do I have any extra receipts in regards to this? Dustin screenshot. No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it in regards to this whole entire situation. So the final vote results are 73% say yes and 26% of you guys say no, with a total of 104 votes. Okay, so moving on to the next story. We're about to have some fun now. Let's all relax. I hope you got your snacks and all that good stuff, because it's going to get interesting now. We're going to be talking about Foodie Beauty. Okay, so Foodie Beauty don't like me. Let's just address. I was gonna say the elephant in the room, but people are gonna go, Paige, you're fat shaming. So I'm not even gonna say that. But she doesn't like me. I was in the process of making a Foodie Beauty video like quite some time ago, and just due to getting pregnant again, I decided not to make the video, and that I'd probably just hold off on making the video until I was ready to make it. Basically, just to give you guys a rundown of what it was that my thought process was, is that I wanted to make a video on Foodie Beauty, and as well as like the hater nation and people who make content on plus size content creators. Now, for some bizarre reason, and I think it's purely because I'm black, I'm just going to be perfectly honest, she seems to think that my video was going to be like a trash piece dragging her, when it's not. Because I genuinely feel that there are members of the Foodie Beauty and Hater Nation community who take things way too far. I don't think it's appropriate really to comment on somebody's size or weight in any capacity. I feel like if somebody is doing something positively or negatively to do with their weight and their health, that is completely up to them. I think that if there is obvious health implications, I can understand why people feel some kind of way, but it's definitely not something that I would go out of my way to bash. I'm a person who suffers with binge eating disorder. I've lost 100 pounds. Well, it's more 80 pounds now because I fucking put on 20 pounds after the goddamn baby. But I've lost about 80 pounds now, back on my way, back on working on making myself get, you know, to the place that I was before, just before I had my second child. And honestly, I just feel like it's just not something for everybody else. I feel like everybody's personal journey with their body is their personal journey. I think because I'm friends with people, well, I say friends, cordial with people such as Callie, aka Life of a Free Spirit, as well as Charlie Gold, that she may think that I'm gonna just come for her because these people have animosity towards her. I don't have animosity towards Foodie Beauty in any capacity. I don't watch her content. I don't know too much about her. But what I do know is that this is a whole mess. This is the messiest thing that I've ever seen on the internet ever. It's high-key hilarious, high-key funny, but also low-key actually really, really sad. So basically, if you don't know what's been going on, Foodie Beauty has basically become her own reality TV show. If you aren't following or subscribed to any of the people that I've mentioned thus far, Charlie Gold, Life of a Free Spirit, I think Michael B. Petty used to make content about her as well. If you aren't following those kind of people who make content on these particular plus size influencers, you won't know what's been going on. But Foodie Beauty has become her very own reality show, and honestly, high key I live, because it is so interesting and so funny. A lot of people who are paying into her subscription are literally viewing this as a reality TV show in the same capacity that you would view 90 Day Fiancé, Life After Lockup, or anything that's on TLC. They're viewing it like a subscription because they're subscribing to watch the absolute mess that's happening in this individual's life. Now, Foodie Beauty, as far as I know, is in her late 30s. She's on the brink of 40, from what I know. Besides that, she is also a person who kind of pretty much came into the community as a mukbanger. Unlike Amberlynn Reid, who came on to try and lose weight, Foodie Beauty never really made that a part of her content. She was offered I think it's either a gastric sleeve, gastric band, something like that. Basically, or maybe a bypass, basically weight loss surgery. And she decided against that. And a lot of people feel as if she decided against that because mukbangs were making her so much money. Whether she did that for that reason or not, I think a lot of people also need to understand that when a plus size person goes under the knife for whatever reason, there is a heightened risk. For instance, my husband, who's also had weight loss surgery, when he was on the table, they said that they were close to losing him at one point, because it's like as much like putting anybody under and slicing them open for whatever reason, there is always going to be a risk involved. So I don't feel like people should take those kind of things lightly. With that being said, she's been making content for a long time here on YouTube, and as things have progressively changed, she's now started streaming more so than making actual video content. And more recently, the series that they're calling it is now changing to her like her relationship with this individual called Nader. Now, Nader is a individual who is a lot smaller than her. He has abs and all this kind of stuff. And the first thing it is that I saw about Foodie Beauty talking about him is because he literally was, I guess, like, you know, Eurocentric standards of beauty attractive. And she'd been called out for doing stuff such as sniffing cocaine and a lot of like recreational drug use. Some people are saying that she did it on live stream. I can't qualify whether that's true or not. But all of these things were happening. And I think she went on some kind of bender with some guy that she like literally romanticized this bender. And honestly, it just like made me laugh so much because she was like, I remember watching a video, I think it's by a content creator called Just Saying, and basically they were like showing her talking about this drug-induced bender that she had with this guy, and she was like, I really like him, he's like so cute, and like I think about those times we had together and we were just talking for hours, you know, it's like staring into his soul. And like I'm literally listening to this and I'm like, that sounds like a drug-induced bender. And also it's probable that you may have been sitting in silence the whole entire time. But she was like romanticizing it as this moment where they just like both connected, but they were both fucking high. They were high as shit. So I don't know why she was like romanticizing it as if it was just like this big moment. But it's quite clear, and a lot of people who watch Foodie Beauty have kind of noticed that Foodie Beauty just simply wants to be loved. No matter what capacity that love comes in, she just wants to be loved. I feel like she just wants, this is my personal opinion, I feel like she just wants to be loved and validified by somebody else that she is worthy or worth something, because I genuinely don't feel like she cares about herself. This has nothing to do with her weight, but more so about the way that she treats herself. Because I can't imagine that somebody who does, you know, drug-induced benders, taking cocaine, this, that, and the third, I don't believe that somebody who's doing all of that kind of stuff can truly, honestly say that they care about themselves, because they can't, especially at this age. This isn't like in our 20s when we were acting mad, crazy, stupid, and dumb. This is like we're older now. We should know a little bit better than to do these kind of things. People are saying that she's an addict. Some people are saying that she isn't an addict. Honestly, I don't know. But what happened recently where she went onto her social media and posted the following. So let's take a look. So this is what she said. She said, I have gonorrhea. The clinic called, they swabbed my throat, and it came back positive for the STD. I have a lot of mixed emotions. I'm going to be taking an antibiotic, just one pill, apparently. I feel confused. I'm not sure where this came from. He denies cheating, and I don't know, and without proof, what can I do? So the person who's denied cheating is her boyfriend currently, who is Nader. So just to go over to Foodie Beauty's YouTube channel real quick. This is what she's been posting on her community tab, and a lot of people who are within the Foodie Beauty community, people who are fans of her, people who are subscribed to her, hate watchers, as well as people who actually care about the stuff it is that she's doing, have got so much to say because they feel like she is just leading them on and playing with their emotions. They are so angry with her. Right? So this was the first thing she said. Hi guys, sorry for the delay. I got busy and self-absorbed and forgot about updating you guys. So here's what's going on. I went all the way to the clinic to find a huge line outside a door. I stood there for about half an hour and the line didn't move. So I got fed up and left. Not to mention the clinic closes early on weekends. They supposedly open tomorrow, might be different hours due to COVID, not sure. So I will go first thing in the morning. Now, this is an influencer, can I just say, who literally has just under 100,000 subscribers. Let's just double check how many subscribers. 88,000 subscribers. So she literally has just under 100,000 subscribers. And the interactions on her post, she has literally 526 people who have commented underneath this post. Right, the next thing, she posted was, so you know, Nader's video was shot a while ago because she filmed a video for his channel where he was like cooking and all this kind of stuff. The same day as a grocery haul on Nader's channel. I did edit it for him. He's looking for an editor at the moment. Sorry for the confusion. We are not a couple, but we decided to remain friends. I have boundaries and I will not disrespect them again. So at this point, she's already told her partner Nader that she no longer wants to be with him, or vice versa. So then things changed drastically, and this is what she had to say. She says, my current truth, I want to go live, but I'm at Nader's and I don't want to fuck with your heads. I love you guys. Heart. And people started losing their shit at this point. As you can see, 1.6 thousand comments. Should we click into the comments? Posting this is going to fuck with people's heads. This is comical at this point. You're not messing with anyone's heads but your own at this point. Look on the bright side. Now people say you're a liar. You don't have to comb through a bunch of old videos. You can just refer to these last 3 community posts. So people in her community are simply not happy with her for her change of thought process when it comes to Nader, because apparently people have been accusing him of DV. I don't know whether this is true or not, but it was a whole ass mess. So then she says, I didn't lie or deceive any members. I changed my mind a lot. This is not a lie. The other day when I had a fight with Nader, it was over for me. A few days passed and I missed him, so we talked again to make up, but we are not in a relationship. Am I supposed to hide this from you? I literally cannot win. Who I choose to be with, no matter how toxic, is still my choice. Things are complicated, but we are staying friends and we prefer no labels. I would never mock any victims of DA. My choices and my stories are mine alone. You as viewers have the choice not to watch or follow me. I know I can change my mind a lot, but this is the only thing that I am guilty of. Accusations of hard D-use, animal abuse, and me lying, etc. are all absolute rubbish. So basically, that's pretty much, she just posted a Thanksgiving dinner. That's pretty much where we are at with her at the moment. So I was like, I don't know, flabbergasted to find out that Foodie Beauty posted up with her face looking like this. Now, a lot of people are speculating that besides gonorrhea that she has now said publicly that she has received, she has now also got a cold sore, the herpes virus on her face. Now, she's saying to her audience that she got that through shaving her face. She has facial hair. So through shaving her face and she accidentally cut herself. But a lot of people are believing that this is absolute bullshit and that she has got the herpes virus on her face. So if you just go to one of her most recent videos, like this thing has literally come out of nowhere. So 2 days ago when she posted, as you can see, there's nothing on her face. And then when you kind of go ahead, hanging out at home, this is where we first see it come up. Then as it continues, it gets what people would say as more aggressive, right? I think we can qualify that as more aggressive, and that maybe it's hardening up and developing a scab. And then obviously this is the most recent stream it is that she did, which was 19 hours ago. So a lot of people are feeling as if Foodie Beauty not only isn't looking after herself, not only isn't valuing herself within a DV relationship, but also they feel as if she's not looking after her physical being, her body, and allowing this person who they believe has given her these things to continue to abuse her because she loves them and cares about them. Now, the issue that I have with this isn't that Foodie Beauty is going through this, isn't even that she's broadcasting it, isn't even that she could be playing with audience members' emotions or anything like that. She's going to live her life in a way that she sees fit. Absolutely nobody is going to be able to change that for her. The issue that I have with this is, personally, I just feel as if I genuinely feel that she will never In fact, let me bring up the other screen. She will never, ever, ever truly be able to love herself in the capacity that people want her to love and care for herself in the hostility that is in this community surrounding her. If you are a drug abuser or an abuser of anything in general, we know that recovery is a long and lengthy road, right? People consider people who have relapses to still be on the road to recovery, even if they've relapsed. Relapsing in any capacity is still considered on the road to recovery. Instead of having a supportive network of people who care about her, who uplift her, who say, okay, this is a terrible situation, sis, please get out of it, but also we love you and we care about you, so let's try and do better. We love you, we care. Like, fuck that guy, or fuck this situation, or fuck those drugs, or whatever. She's surrounded by people who are like, you are trash, you are terrible, you are nothing, you are worthless, fuck you, you're a pig, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And because of that, I genuinely feel like she'll never, ever be able to get out of the quote-unquote cycle of abuse it is that she has, because you guys aren't treating her fair. You guys aren't treating her nicely. You guys aren't allowing her the space to be able to get better. And that's one of the primary issues that I've always had with the community that deal with Foodie Beauty and Amber Lynn Reid and the commentators and all that kind of stuff. Even though they're my friends and I care about them and all that kind of stuff, like, genuinely, I find that side of the community extremely toxic, because it's extremely hard if you are on the road to recovery to care about yourself if there is an entire internet base of people dedicated to hating you. And when you feel like you ain't shit, you don't care about your ain't shit ass and continue to do ain't shit, if that makes any sense, right? So for me, I just kind of feel like the community kind of needs to change their mindset when it comes to Foodie Beauty. And I feel as if, although a lot of people feel as if they've given her so much grace and she keeps letting them down time and time again, just like with any addict, and I've had addicts as family members and all that kind of stuff. You guys know my history, you know my story. But when it comes to having an addict or somebody who's addicted to something, whether it's binge eating disorder, whether it's drug use, whether it's alcohol abuse, whatever it is that they're addicted to, when you're dealing with somebody who's going through something like that, you also have the option to remove yourself and abstain contact with that person. And I feel like that's kind of the point that we're at now. But because people are viewing her as a live, living reality show, I feel like there's an element of that where Foodie Beauty feels as if she needs to perform in order to make money, and that cycle of abuse continues. But I also feel like there's an element of that where the audience also kind of want her to continue fucking up in order for them to continue to get the entertainment that they so desperately crave. And that is just my 2 cents on the whole entire situation. So my question to you guys are, do you think that the Foodie Beauty hater community are being fair to her on the road to recovery? I'm genuinely interested to see what you guys think about that. Declan Castell says, Paige, I don't think you understand the whole picture. People don't want to coddle her because she's being coddled and doesn't care. I can understand that people feel like she's being coddled and doesn't care, but then there's also the option to just abstain from watching her and for watching this downward spiral. You know what I mean? Another person that I've seen take a massive downward spiral on social media is Miss Fucking Wonderful, right? We've all seen it happen. Or everybody's tagged me in loads of stuff to do with her over the past several years. I haven't heard anything for like a good 7-8 months now, but we've all seen her spiral and spiral and spiral, and I've just chosen not to engage. I've chosen not to engage. I've chosen not to watch. We can do that, right? Because it's not, whatever you say to them is not helpful. The same way that we can sit down and say, if you tell Eugenia Cooney that she is killing herself, it is not helpful. We can say that to somebody who's also overweight. We can say that to somebody who's also has substance abuse issues or whatever. I feel like that's the only fair thing to do. Who else has tagged me in a post? Here we go. Sunny Mel says, I used to love Petty Page until she started modding for some of Chantal's worst haters. Who am I fucking modding for? Who am I modding for? Sunny Mel, let me know who you're modding. Who I'm modding for, because I've fucking no idea. Who else? I don't even think I'm a mod for anyone. But Dustin Daly's channel, I think. That's it. Let's have a look. She's out here giving Nazi salutes and playing dumb. She's been given so much patience. It's time for her to acknowledge, accept, admit, and change. I don't know about the Nazi salute situation, so I'm not even going to comment on this. I think as long as she keeps getting hate views, she won't change her behavior. It's profitable. I feel like there's a massive element of that. I feel like especially the same thing goes with like Nikita Avocado. The hate views essentially is what keeping the channel running. Let's just be honest. And because of that, we have a situation where this person is continuously getting hate views over and over again. So they continue to perpetuate things that are going to garner that hatred in order to keep making money. For instance, Nikita Avocado the other day posted a video, and in the description box, or I think it was in the pinned post, it goes, "Come to my Patreon to hear me say the N-word." And then when people subscribe to see what the N-word was, so he got like a bulk amount of subscribers paying into his Patreon. I think the word he said was like nasty bitch or something. And that was kind of like race baiting a lot of people to try and subscribe to his Patreon to like catch him out doing something horrible. And he knows what he's doing. He's perpetuating certain things. He knows exactly what it is that he's doing because his audience are going to buy every single fucking time. Do you know what I mean? I agree with Paige that disengaging if you can't make your point respectfully is the best way of trying to communicate your message rather than saying things that could make your point lose validity. It's not necessarily like making a point lose validity, but is I have to always ask the question, is what you're going to say going to change anything? Is it going to change opinion and perspective of the community? Is it going to change opinion and perspective of the individual involved? Is it going to change anything? And if it isn't, then you have to then make the decision on whether you continue support. The last live stream it was that I saw, because most of her live streams are members only now at this point. She doesn't do any live streams that are open to the general public, right? So most of her live streams are members only chat, shall I say. So you may be able to watch the broadcast, but you can't chat in the chat unless you are a member. Most of the comments are fueled with absolute hatred, who are saying some of the worst things that somebody could have said to them on a day-to-day basis. And she's allowing that to happen, A, because it makes her money, so these people are paying into her pockets, but also B, do you think all of that is helping? Because I don't think it is. Personally. What have we got over here? As if Paige is modding for one of her worst haters. Grow up. Who am I modding for? Can somebody explain? She was wearing a Gap sweater. If anyone wants to watch the stream, the content runs deep. She's been given enough. If she wants to do more at Paige Christie. Is this to do with the Nazi salutes thing? If that's the case. Okay, so in the poll, this is what we have. Do you think the Foodie Beauty hater community are being fair to her on her road to recovery? We have 51% of people saying no and 48% of people saying yes. So that's quite an even spread, if I'm perfectly honest. I was expecting it to be more one-sided, so that's interesting. She has supporters. That's not helping either. I mean, but what can you do? We're literally watching somebody on self-destruct mode in real time, and people are paying into it saying, this is the best season of Foodie Beauty that I've ever seen. And the season of Foodie Beauty is way better than the season of Amber Lynn Reid and all this kind of stuff. Like, they're enjoying it like it's TLC. And I feel like, can we not humanize this person for a minute and just say, like, this is sad. This is fucking sad. This is sad. And like, for me, the moment that she started disrespecting herself and saying, I want love so fucking much that I am willing to be abused, that I am willing to have a sore above my lip and have to lie to my audience about it, my personal opinion, that I have had gonorrhea and I've had to take pills in order to, get better from this situation. That for me is just like, wow. That's incredibly sad. And I don't know whether it's just like maybe a personal thing for me or whatever, but it's sad not to care about yourself even like a minimal amount. It's not just like not caring about yourself and having binge eating disorder and having to work through this disorder. This is now, I don't care about myself fully. Like, I don't give a fuck about me, period. And I feel like this whole community at this moment is literally facilitating this downward spiral of somebody that they all, from my perspective, clearly hate. Why has the mukbang community become so problematic? Oh, they've been problematic for a long time. Ain't nothing changed. It's just that, you know, it's becoming more mainstreamized, I guess. Hold on for a second. She actually said that. Who actually said that? Sorry, I'm like halfway through the conversation. She doesn't want to change her lifestyle. That's like a red flag. Like smoking weed, cape behind the wheel and saying, oops, I forgot I was driving. Yeah, that was like highly problematic. But this is the thing, that when she's getting more and more views, people are subscribing to see more content. People are looking and deep diving into all this kind of stuff. I just don't think it's helpful because she's not going to get any better. You are literally, I feel like the community at whole is rewarding her for bad behavior. You know what I mean? Like, people turn around and say, oh my God, Paige, why don't you stop talking about Jeffree Star and Nikita Dragon? They're so problematic. And like, whilst I understand, like, I'm a commentator and I have a platform and all that kind of stuff, and like, I talk about these people on a day-to-day basis or whatever, but at the same time, I'm just like, there is literally a whole community also rewarding this person, because we're saying with the attention is a form of reward, right? Monetary money and value is a form of reward, right? That if you don't like Jeffree Star, stop buying his makeup, right? So then the same really surely should be said about somebody who's on self-destruct mode. Because instead of losing money, instead of losing subscribers, instead of losing everything it is that they have, they are gaining. So they're only seeing positive reinforcements from the community around them. Even if the overwhelming criticism is negative, they are still gaining. Let's have a look. I don't believe that Paige for a second is modding for her haters' behaviour. I honestly don't know who I'm supposed to be modding for. I don't think anyone's even said. Let's have a look. Yes, people can't subscribe to Real House Self-Harm. Nothing will stop them from posting, but we don't encourage that behaviour. I mean, they're going to post regardless, but I feel like the moment it doesn't become financially feasible or beneficial to them, they'll probably slow down, because right now they're enjoying, like from what I can see, they're enjoying the narrative, they're enjoying the back and forth, they're enjoying the story, they're posting things to their community tabs such as, you know, I'm at Nader's and I just don't want to mess with your brains. The current truth, I want to go live, but I'm at Nader's and I don't want to F with your heads. I love you guys. Like, she knows that the people who are watching her are emotionally invested in her life, and that this stuff for some people is triggering, that this stuff for some people is upsetting to watch in real time, and she is still capitalizing and profiting off it and milking it for all that it's worth. And we're watching this happen. We have several other commentators, Life of a Free Spirit has said this in a video, as well as Charlie Gold, who's also said this in a video as well. They've both said that she has been milking this situation for everything that it's worth. And we're watching this happen, but at the same time, we're all fueling into it. And at some point, I just kind of feel like, as a community, like, y'all need to stop paying this girl to self-destruct. Because trust me, if you are a person who has an addiction with disposable cash, you're just going to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. And it's almost as if they're being rewarded for such behavior. And I just feel like it's just like, they already don't care about themselves. So it's literally not like, even if you're saying you're the worst person in the whole entire world, fuck you, Foodie Beauty, you're the worst, like, they already don't like themselves. Like, it's clear that they don't like themselves. So what benefit is this providing? People need to stop, like, unsubscribe, stop paying into it, and just leave her for a few months, possibly, to hopefully get on the road to recovery. Because once she sees that it's not profitable, I am almost 100% sure that she'd stop. Because the moment that she started realizing that the live streams were way more possible than the sit-down mukbang videos, she stopped doing mukbang videos. we're YouTubers. We're going to chase wherever the fucking money is. Let's just be honest. Let's have a look. She's too lazy to be calculated. I don't think you guys are giving this girl enough credit, genuinely. I only found out about her, but it's giving me old school Trisha P vibes. Yeah, I can see that. Anywho, moving on to the next segment. I've heard your thoughts in the community. You might not agree with me, but I genuinely just wanted that to come out because I feel like it's only fair. And whilst Foodie Beauty may be an 8-shit person, I just feel like we as a community can do more to try and not feed into the situation. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next person very, very fucking briefly, because I don't even want to talk about her, is Nikita Dragon. So as we all know, Nikita Dragon returned to the beauty community. She came back with a video. People have asked me to do a follow-up on this. I've had a few DMs from people asking me to do a follow-up on this. Basically, the whole entire situation is with Nikita Dragon. Nikita Dragon has come back with a video that she titled R.I.P. Nikita Dragon. Now, at the beginning of this video, because I'm not going to play it, because honestly, I don't even want to put you guys through that torture. At the beginning of this video, Nikita Dragon came back and basically said it's R.I.P. to the old her. And then continues to do stuff that we know Nikita Dragon for doing. For instance, as we all know, she did that dick video. I did a live stream about it. You guys gave all of your commentary in the comment section down below, all that good stuff. But the issue that I have is that we were expecting, especially with such a massive long pause and the video being taken down, that she was going to come back, and when she did eventually come back, she would be addressing things. In true Nikita Dragon fashion, she didn't address anything, came through with a video, did a pussy stunt on everybody saying I'm at New York Fashion Week and walking for the various different people. Besides that, she also did a sponsored video. So this was like a video that I don't believe would have gone out unless it was sponsored. Garnered 875,000 views for it with a dislike ratio of 68%, and literally said nothing to do with nothing. She didn't speak about the situation. She didn't address the communities that it was that she hurt. But a lot of people in the comment section, let's just click into the video real quick. We're not going to watch. In the comment section are upset with the fact that she is clickbaiting the fact that she is deceased. So somebody called Samai Witaku said, I just want to say, what's that, Casey? You did this to yourself. You trash cis women and trans women. Women are women. Stop saying that you are better. And the fact that you made it seem like you are deceased in this clickbait is an issue. Have a slice of humble pie and learn from this. Period, poo. So, a lot of people, this is just one comment, but it goes on forever, girl. You can go and have a look at the comment section yourself. So a lot of people are really upset that she has clickbaited the fact that she has passed away. And that is one thing that is annoying people within the community. Whilst I understand that she has clickbaited this, she was saying that it was R.I.P. to the old her. But for me, all I see is Nikita Dragon acting the way that Nikita Dragon has already acted. Like, this is not out of character. This is nothing new. This is not something that I can sit there and go, oh, you know, good for you. Or this is a change. Or isn't this interesting? This is the same Nikita Dragon. All that she's done is just reformatting it in a different way, in a vlog-styled post. That's all that we're seeing. Literally, it's the same shit on a different motherfucking day. She hasn't addressed anything. She hasn't changed. She doesn't care about anyone. She will continue to bait the black community over and over again and utilize it until she has nothing more to utilize for her own personal fucking gain. And everybody is absolutely sick of her. And once again, it's another person that we literally need to now, like, stop fucking putting the energy into, because they're never going to learn. They don't care. Because as long as they continue to see the success that they are generating, that they are building, they are going to continue with the bad behavior and the bad actions it is that they have. Because of that, it is, once again, that negative reinforcement in a positive way. They are positively benefiting from the negative reinforcement. That is a confusion, that's a disconnect, that's a weirdly wired situation that's happening now, that they don't understand that what they're doing, or either don't understand or understand explicitly that what they are doing is so effed up that they're never going to change. So that's all that's literally all I'm going to say about Nikita Dragon. So with Nikita Dragon, the question is that I want to ask you guys in the poll is, do you think that Nikita Dragon has changed Simple. Yes or no answer. The poll will be coming up shortly. Do you guys think that Nikita Dragon has changed? I'm so shocked that she didn't even acknowledge. She didn't say boo to a ghost, sis. That's why I won't even play the video. Literally, most of it is just her walking around, doing a fitting for Fashion Week and all that kind of stuff in New York, talking about how much she loves New York. The first part of the video, if we go here, she sat down doing a friggin' sponsorship, sis. Talking about, what's it, Shoegasm? What's the company called? Shoedazzle.com. Doing a shoedazzle.com sponsorship. Then she's just like walking around her hotel saying, look at the views. Oh my God, I've got so much money. It's such a great view here. And then most of the video is just her going back and forth to loads of different shows and all this kind of stuff, showing that she walked for Fashion Week, showing that she was at front row for a different fashion designer, photographs, her crew working behind her, and then all of that good stuff. Like, literally, that is the entirety of the Nikita Dragon video. It is such an absolute shit show. So we have 98% of you who believe that Nikita Dragon hasn't changed, and 8% of you guys who believe that Nikita Dragon has changed. Not 8%, sorry. What am I talking about? 2% of you guys who say that Nikita Dragon has changed. That is very fucking telling. So with that being said, we are never going to talk about Nikita Dragon again until she literally does something so bad like murder an individual. Like at this point, it has to get that bad, because everything else it is that Nikita Dragon does is just so trash, and they are never going to learn. She's never going to learn from this situation. She's never going to learn from anything. She's just trash beyond belief. And as long as she continues to get rewarded for that behavior, as long as her name's in other people's mouths, like even just through the dick video, she gained so many people talking about her, so much traction, and that's what she craves, attention, and she got it tenfold. So there we go. Still too many. I'd love to see some mom box Nikita in the ring. Honestly, fuck her up, sis. Cassandra. Oh my God, who is... Okay, Katrina, why do you keep saying bangers? Like, are we advocating for Miley Cyrus? Like, I don't understand. Are we advocating for the Miley Cyrus Bangers album? Like, I'm not understanding why you keep repeating bangers. Baggers? Oh, it's baggers. God, I'm dyslexic. Baggers. What's baggers then? Explain, sweetheart. Anywho, that is about it for today's stream. I literally have nothing else to talk about. Those were the 3 people it is that I wanted to discuss. So with that being said, let's go back to the mainstream screen. So with that being said, is there anything that you guys want to discuss today? Anything that we want to talk about? Is there anything that you guys want me to take a look at briefly before I disappear? This is just a little bit of a chill vibe, a little bit of a chill moment where I can just chat to you guys one-on-one, ask some questions, all that good stuff. Don't say surgery shame, girl. Who's surgery shaming? I've had surgery. What? Badgers. I like badgers. At Petty Page, let's all call a spade a spade. Nikita is a racist. I don't know whether it's racist or just plainly fucking ignorant, if I'm perfectly honest. She's saying your critiques are bangers, all bangers, and I fully agree. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was just wondering what was going on because I saw it like several times in the chat. I was like, bangers? What the hell? Paige, I sent you a screen recording of Reham on Discord. Reham? Who's Reham? Who the fuck is Reham? Oh, Nohan. Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's see if we can have a look at this situation on Discord then. Oh, where's my Discord? We have a Discord family, just so you know. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, let me go. Where is my conversations? Is it showing? Let me see if I can find it. Check your SMS. What? What? What's going on? It's in the drive. Oh, it's in my drive. Okay, let's take a look. My drive. Okay, so this is the screen recording. Let's take a look. So apparently Nohan is now showing the full receipts. Why is this in such low quality? Can we bring up the quality? There we go. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. He's showing himself to show that it's real, taking a screenshot. You lot saying the DMs are fake. Clown emoji. Leigh-anne Pinnock. So it's real. Well, there you go, guys. Now you can all shut up. So there you go, guys. Undeniable proof that the DMs from Leigh-anne Pinnock are 100% real. So there you go. I kind of love that. I kind of live in. I think it's ignorance with Nikita. I think it's ignorance, but I think that also they don't care to educate themselves. So I feel like it's a situation where she's just not caring to educate herself either. You promise not to bring up Nikita again because I could honestly never hear her name again and live happily ever after. I will try my best. She would have to do something huge now because I'm so over it. Because just reporting on Nikita's the worst, because it's like, at least with other influencers, there's at least like a morsel of remorse. Like even like with the worst of the worst, like Tana Moja and stuff, sometimes just even a small amount of remorse will creep through. There is never any with Nikita Dragon. So it's literally like I'm talking to a fucking brick wall. Why am I doing that to myself? I've got other things to do. I mashed it up. Is there any update on Veronica Wang? I loved your reactions to her videos before. No updates on Veronica Wang at this moment in time, not as far as I'm aware. Are you eating M&Ms? Because same. No, I'm eating Skittles. These are my daughter's Skittles. I've been using them as a ploy to help her to count. And literally, I just like give her 1 or 2 and she's like 1, 2, 3, like to help her to learn how to count and stuff like that. She knows like 10. She knows up to 10, that's it. So I like give her Skittles as like incentive, but I'm kind of eating her incentive right now. What does her mother think of her blackfishing? That's what I want to know. You mean Jessy's mother? Well, from what I remember from the X Factor days, she's always been quite olive toned. And she's definitely been like the odd one out from her sisters. Because I've seen a picture of her and her sisters together. She's always looked like the odd one out from her and her sisters. Her sisters are a lot more paler in complexion to her. So I don't know. Sometimes stuff like that can happen in the genealogy, sis. Like, for instance, like, I'm a whole black woman. My husband is a ginger. My husband has ginger hair. And we produced a ginger-haired mixed-race baby. Now, whilst there's a chance of that happening, with black being the dominant gene, the chances of that is not so great. But it still happened. And stuff can happen in a gene pool. There's nothing you can do about it. Not you stealing her snack. I do that with my nephew. Oh, she ain't gonna know about it. She don't know how many. She can't count yet. She don't know how many's gonna go missing. Okay. No, Nikita's mom. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think they probably even know or care. Isn't Nikita's parents like doctors and stuff? Isn't like a mum like a surgeon or something like that, and like one of them's a teacher? I think they've got like proper normal jobs and probably don't even pay attention to the stuff that Nikita does, and it's just like, oh, look at how she does well sometimes, you know what I mean? Your babies would be so beautiful. Thank you so much. Did I miss part 2 of the Player White video? No, we're going to be doing the Player White video tomorrow evening. So if you guys are aware, I do have a Twitch channel and I Twitch stream 3 days a week, sometimes more, most likely more. I'm literally always on Twitch now. So if you want to go follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/PageyCakesUK. I will have that pinned at the top. Definitely go and check that out. I might go and do an after show with you guys. Do you guys want an after show over on Twitch? Because I'll hop on for an hour. What time is it? It's 1 a.m. Ugh. Yeah, if you guys want an after show, I'll go over there. If you guys aren't feeling an after show, that's fine. I can go chill and have a drink and chill out. But yeah, over on Twitch, that's where I am most of the time. I stream here 3 days a week. If I can't stream, there will definitely be a video. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day or evening, whatever the fuck it is you're doing. Thank you guys so much for joining me on tonight's nice stream. And until next time, you beautiful, amazing, badass bitches, it has been your girl, Petty Paige. And until next time, I don't want to hear imposters.
Oh, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is. Start talking the real. Yes, you're going to have people turn their backs, but it's time for us to keep it real. Just keep talking that real, bro. Do what you do. I know what you do, so keep doing that. Talk the real. Talk the things, them.
The GP will see you now.
Look, I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters. We know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. Hey, I seen it all before I heard chat that they all adore. 1 week looking like they all aboard. Next day, they don't even walk the walk. I've been here since I bust down Aqua, cutting through Astor, all black master. Now I'm too grown for acting gaffer, trying to pay off my Madre's gaff cuts. Took the wife and there's a rotty that's peak. Add the spice to calamari, that's me. My advice off the order I seen. Christ alone, he don't promise you. Don't say that. You know that man don't pay that. Trying to stunt in your rentals. I too wanna cry, gotta make I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters. We know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. What nonsense? I don't wanna hear about guns, I know you ain't here like the post was sponsored. You ain't never been down junction, you ain't never hid no truncheons, you ain't never hid no blocks in your mouth rub, you ain't never peeled no onions. You don't really look so G to me. Fly wife out for the scenery, go Blue Jays for the eatery. Then I come back where I need to be. A black man who ain't move so easily. One grievance is the money or God that you're preaching. You ain't talking that poor Lord Cephas. You don't know peace if you don't know Jesus. I live in a place where we all got mashes, no permit, and we all could back it. Even a hermit under his jacket, still that peace couldn't conjure a challenge. No, my man looking like a savage soul. Still we don't know what he has to know. Ain't we men to be saving souls, not them houses and faking loans. Go tell mom that I'm writing again. I don't wanna hear you were right in the end. Wrote this here for my guys in the ends. Those still stuck in that social housing know that they won't stifle the pen. You ain't gotta fall for them imposters, then nonsense will come to an end. I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters. We know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant.